Okay, Bob Gross is filling in for Stevie tonight, so roll call, Bob. Can you
All right. Hold on. All right. Weiss. I didn't.
Here.
Bob, you need to unmute.
I am unmuting myself, but I keep getting remuted because I think it says the host is not allowing people to unmute themselves. So, hold on, give me, let's try this again from the top, right? Like a Broadway show. All right, Weiss. Just give thumbs up, okay. Sleek here, Smith, Elder, Reese, and
Here.
Madam President, I just flipped it back that allowed everybody to unmute themselves. Apparently that was a failed attempt on our part. So we're back to normal. Everybody can unmute themselves.
okay, so Madam President, everybody's here.
Need to unmute Jamie. Madam President, I'm sorry.
I guess I'll start again. Council has a copy of the minutes from the last meeting and has had a chance to review them. Are there any corrections or additions to the minutes? No, then they'll stand as they are. Council also has a copy of tonight's agenda. Are there any additions or corrections to the agenda? Okay, before we start the readings, we have a guest to speak with us for us tonight. I'd like to welcome Robin Richter from GelCap. She's here to speak tonight on the advantages that they have to offer for seniors.
Thank you, Madam President, and I'll only take a few minutes of your time. Thank you. It's great to see some familiar faces. I haven't seen folks out and about in the community since folks aren't gathering a whole lot right now, but it's wonderful to see everybody. Wanted to tell you, Senior Services has been working behind the scenes through all of this COVID stuff. We did more meals in 2020 than we've ever done before. Last count, when you add in the emergency meals that we did over 100,000 meals in Sandusky County. Of that 100,000, of that 100,000, over 42,000 were in the city of Fremont. So definitely city of Fremont, those residents are benefiting by having this program in our back door. And I hope I'm not making you hungry by having my meals behind me, but I thought that was an interesting touch. So that's actually what's back there if you can't tell. I didn't cook that tonight. So Meals on Wheels is really the biggest thing that the Sandusky County property tax funds. And it is a 1.6 mil that replacement levy that's on the ballot May 4th. It goes for 5 years. We'll do around 90,000 meals a year. Last year, I think, was a little high with all the emergency meals. We'll do around 30,000 miles of transportation. We also started a home repair program, a small one. Y'all know probably that we do housing and weatherization programs, but there are some things that slip through the cracks. We can go in and do grab bars for seniors and things like that. That particular program is sliding fee scale, whereas the meals, there's no income criteria. As long as you're homebound, you can get on the meal routes. But we do some case management, and of course, the Fremont Senior Center. We are so excited. We're under construction right now, so we're taking advantage of COVID, and we're redoing, if you don't know, we're located out there with the School of Hope and Sandusky County Board of ED, and we are upgrading the sanitary sewers on the side that we're on, bringing our main central kitchen over there to that facility. We're going to be able to have a salad bar. We're going to be able to do what I call therapeutic meals, which we've had a call for more specialized diets from some of our seniors as they're aging. So once we get that all in one spot, we're just really excited about that. We're currently not open, like I said, because of some of the COVID testing requirements. So again, making use of that and have tons of virtual programs going on. So lots of things happening for our seniors in Fremont. Any questions? Madam President.
I have one question on this home repair for seniors. I have a friend who's in need of that and I want to guide him in the proper direction. Is that available now?
Yes, it is. We are going into homes now. We are doing, intake. We'll go into the homes, do intake, and we are working in homes right now. We did about 50 homes over the last 2 years in the Fremont area alone.
So does he have an application he needs to fill out?
Yeah, really just needs to call. You can call me 419. Jamie, I'll just email you contact.
Okay, that'd be great. Yes, Denny?
Yeah, Robin, I got a quick question for you. I know somebody that needs a roof repaired and some shingles on the house, and they don't really have any money, so on and so forth. Do you help people like that also?
I'll link them up with the right people, Denny. A total roof repair is beyond what we do in just the senior levy. However, GLCAP has housing programs where we will do roofs. There's an application process for that. But again, if they're a senior, we'll help them through that application process because
Gotcha.
a lot of folks, need a little more assistance than folks that aren't seniors. So,
Sure.
Denny, I'll get you connected with that. I wrote myself a note here.
I appreciate it, Robin. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other
Anybody else?
questions?
Anybody else have a question for Robin? No? Well, thank you so much, Robin, for sharing the information with us. And
Thank you.
for all that GelCap does with us feeding the seniors. That's wonderful.
I appreciate that. And Madam President, I would be remiss if I didn't mention a shout out to Bob Gross, who is a co-chair of our Citizens for the Senior Levy campaign. We have a very small committee. We're very conservative in our approach to campaigning, but thank you, Bob, for helping us out. And thank you, Madam President, for the time.
You're welcome. Okay, Bob, did you want to comment before we start the readings?
No,
Or did you want to do the readings?
we'll do the readings.
Okay, then we'll get started with the readings, Bob.
Okay. Agenda item number 1, third reading of an ordinance to amend the downtown revitalization district with the city of Fremont, established in ordinance number 2015-3786.
Move to adopt.
I'll second.
That motion.
Chris Leibold moves to adopt and John Elder seconds. Are there any comments or questions from anyone? Okay.
Madam President, may I just say just one thing?
Yes. Yes.
Since this is the third reading, this is an opportunity that myself and the administration with Bob Gross have, as Economic Development Director, have been working on, looking to expand our downtown revitalization district to move just north on the other side of Front Street there. We believe that there's going to be a lot of opportunities that this can create to see some of that downtown momentum shift across the street and hopefully expand our DORA at some point to that area. And we already have investors that are contacting us for a possible development on the North Front Street area. Thank you.
Thank you. Roll call.
Sleek,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Adi,
Yes.
Elder,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Leibold,
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Approved. Next reading.
Agenda item number 2, second reading of an ordinance enacting new chapter 1156 entitled Illicit Discharge and Illegal Connection Control to Part 11 Planning and Zoning Code, Title III zoning ordinance section of the codified ordinances of the city of Fremont and declaring an emergency.
Anybody have any comments on this? No, then we'll constitute this as the second reading of that ordinance. Okay, next.
Agenda item number 3, a second reading of an ordinance to repeal chapter 924 entitled Storm Water Management and to replace it with chapter 1155 entitled Storm Water Management in Part 11, Planning and Zoning Code, Title III, Zoning Ordinances of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Fremont and declaring an emergency.
Okay, that constitutes the second reading of that ordinance. Next.
Agenda item number 4, first reading of an ordinance to authorize the expenditure and direct the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with R.A. Morris Excavating, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $517,650.00 for the 2021 water improvement project and declaring an emergency.
Okay, Ken Frost.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to ask council to suspend Rule 4 on this project for several reasons. One, that we want to complete this project at the same time we're completing Rawson Avenue. Where this project is actually located at is on Wayne Place. If you're not familiar with where Wayne Place is, it's by Slick Willie's Laundromat, the road in between Slick Willie's and the gas station that kind of runs perpendicular to Rawson, closer to State Street. The issue there is that the water lines are in terrible shape, as well as we need some sewer line improvement. We opted to do this project this year while Rawson Avenue was going on, so that we didn't interrupt the new pavement that was going to be placed on Rawson Avenue if we had to go and reconnect sewer and water lines in there. So we did that all at once. And I would like to add that the $517,000 price tag on that was actually about $190,000 less than the engineer's estimate. So I think it is in the city's best interest to suspend Rule 4 and get borers under contract so that they can start with this immediately.
Madam President,
Would like,
Hold on a minute, Angie. Hold on a minute, everybody. Paul Grau would like to speak.
I just wanted to add to Ken's comments. This isn't just Wayne Place. It's $500,000. It's not $500,000 to just do Wayne Place. I believe we're also going out West State Street. So it's kind of a dual location project. I didn't want everybody freaking out. We're spending $500,000 on Little Wayne Place between Wood Street and Rawson. But Ken is exactly right. The timing is kind of critical because of what we're doing on Rawson. Councilwoman Reese reached out to me while I was at track practice tonight. Ken probably answered her question. And I believe it's in section 2 of the ordinance. I only have the agenda up on my screen. But this project was budgeted for in the 2021 budget. So I believe section 2 of the ordinance references that there's no budget adjustment needed. And Ken maybe can help me out. I tried to text Tucker because my memory was slipping. I believe this is also part of one of the OPWC grant projects that we've been applying for on the infrastructure side, on the water sewer infrastructure side. So I believe 175,000 of this project will be funded by an OPWC grant. So the balance is what's going to come out of our local funds. So just a couple additional items to help Ken tag team that. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Madam President, I move to suspend Rule 4.
I second that motion.
Jim Sleek makes a motion to suspend Rule 4 and Angie Reese seconds. Any questions about the suspension of Rule 4? Roll call.
Smith,
Yes.
Adi,
Yes.
Elder,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Leibold,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Sleek,
Yes.
Move to adopt.
I second.
Second.
Justin Smith moves to adopt and everybody seconds. I'm gonna pick Angie to second.
Thank you.
Any questions or any further discussion on this? Okay, roll call.
Addie,
Yes.
Elder,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Leibold,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Sleek,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Approved. Well, that ends the readings. That was relatively short, but I'm going to ask everybody that's on the screen tonight if they'd like to speak. And I just go across my screen as I see people in front of me. And I'm going to start with Angie Reese.
Oh, thank you very much, Madam President. I don't have too much to say other than the weather is really nice. Our flowers are all blooming, and I hope everybody stays safe. I look forward to all the work that's going to be done at the Ozzie Rouch Park. That's been a long time coming. Hope that to go through. At our beautification meeting last week, we were planning on where we were going to be doing this year, what are we going to be planning, and where we're going to be doing it. So we've got a busy year or a busy season here, you know, the summer seasons that we're going to be doing a lot of work around town. So thank you very much. Everybody stay safe.
Thank you. Jim Sleek.
Thank you, Madam President. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody that reached out on the untimely death of my father-in-law and Brenda's dad, Earl DeWitt. Whether you sent a email, a text, or whatever, we appreciated it. It's tough. But we're getting by, getting through it. We're not the first one to go through it, but it's tough. Also, on a positive note, it looks like Chipotle is really getting close to opening. Mr. Gross, do you have some input on that? And maybe some other things, because we were out for a couple weeks and I haven't got a chance to catch up with you, but I am sure you understand.
Yeah.
But everybody, I'll let you bring us up to speed on that if you don't mind. I got a lot of people asking, but anyways, be safe out there, as he would say.
Thank you.
Take care.
Justin Smith.
Thank you, Madam President. Between now and and our next meeting, there will be an election on May the 4th. We have 2 countywide contested levies that I'd like to encourage the citizens of Fremont to support. The senior citizen levy, this is Victor talked about tonight, which is very important to the elderly senior citizens in our community, and the developmental disabilities levy, which provides a great job to citizens who need those services. So I'd like to encourage Fremont residents to get out and vote yes in both those, and get out and vote. Now, 6 months ago, we had a lot of people waiting in line to vote, and I've been told the turnout for this election is minimal. And in my opinion, these elections are just as important as the presidential. So get out and cast your vote one way or the other. The weather is looking nice, so I'd encourage everybody to drive carefully and to be safe and healthy throughout this spring season. Mr. Sleek, my thoughts were with you and your family. Life goes quick, so you got to appreciate every minute and those who are blessed to be in your life. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks.
Justin, can you tell me, I haven't studied these 2 levies, but are they renewal levies or are they increased levies?
I believe the renewal, I'm not 100%. I believe one might be a renewal with an addition. I'm not 100% on them, but I believe they are both renewals.
I think we need to encourage the citizens of Fremont to vote, but also we need to inform them of, if they're renewals or not. So, but it seems Bob Gross has information on that, so maybe he can enlighten us when I get to him.
All right, thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Christine Weiss.
Yeah, just a couple things. I had a neighbor who wanted to give compliments to our streets department. She had called in regards to a street light near her house, and within a couple days they took care of it, and she was just so thankful for that. So props to the street department. And in addition, if people are looking for a job, there are jobs everywhere. It seems like every place is hiring. I know a lot of our local manufacturing places are hiring. So if you know someone who is looking for a job, they are out there and ready to be, people are ready to hire you. That's all I have. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Bob Gross.
Sure, both levies are a renewal.
Okay.
So, I don't normally try to just keep my opinion about levies to myself, but these are two populations that, I don't know, are kind of precious to our community, seniors and MRDD, and that we come across them and they're a big part of our lives. And so it's just nice to have an opportunity to take care of those folks in need in this way. As it pertains to economic development, yeah, we got a couple updates. Chipotle has a date in mind when they're going to do a grand opening, but they are having, they're concerned with delays on getting equipment in to stay on their projected timeline. So they have indicated the grand opening will be later this spring, but they did not indicate a specific date because they want to be a little bit further along with their construction because of some of the delays of getting materials. As many of you saw, Dunkin' Donuts has started. That has been talked about. Finally had come to fruition. I know it sat the last several months and people were wondering. They were picking a contractor, finalizing the contracts and waiting for the weather to get a little bit better. As many of you may know, the Robert F. Wolf building went up for auction last Thursday. Collier International ran the auction. I got there early to meet with them. They were concerned that there may not be very many people bidding on it because they only had 2 people come and take a pre-tour of the building. But as it turned out, about quarter till or 10 till the auction, a bunch of people came in. There were about 30 people there, various different groups. The auction started at 100, jumped up to 25, and there were several local folks there, but they, as the bidding went on, and so the winning bid of $550,000 went to Greenbrier Incorporated. Greenbrier Incorporated, if anybody went to Bowling Green State University or had been there, they are big in Wood County. They own industrial buildings. They're a property owner management leasing group. And so they own several industrial buildings throughout the Wood County area. In addition to, they are big supporters of BGSU, and they have built and owned and operated several apartment complexes in Bowling Green. Their intent is to rehab the building and then get a tenant. They don't have a tenant yet, but they've got a lead on some tenants. They want to keep it industrial use, and so that could be a manufacturer. It could be a warehouse. So, for me personally, I love manufacturing, and I would love to have some decent paying jobs with benefits. But just exciting to know that a building that had been empty for 3 years is now looking like it's going to be rehabbed and repurposed and get utilized. So wanted to pass that along to council. As the weather is breaking, we are seeing more and more DORA folks taking advantage of DORA. And so we only anticipate the further use of DORA. More and more businesses I'm talking to are asking, just stopped into 2 businesses today with DORA, one business I stopped in, I gave them the DORA welcome stickers and they must have lost them. So I stopped back down and they said they blew through the rack cards already. So I gave them more rack cards and some new stickers. there are, I can't say anything yet because it's not my business, but there are some announcements coming. I think we are, I've been talking with manufacturers looking like they might expand a little bit. And I think there are some other things in the, in the works coming, some really good things for the city, I think coming later this summer. So, when I get the green light from those businesses, that they're a little bit further along. I've learned, probably not to say anything till there's ink on paper yet. So I think we're just waiting to get some ink on paper and hopefully we get that in the next few weeks. And we have some other big announcements. Two final announcements. One, as a reminder, the Kiwanis all-inclusive play park. So that is big for the MRDD community. And I know the Sandusky County MRDD was a big contributor to the play park. There is a need for that. There are not a lot of these all-inclusive play parks. One was built a few years ago in the city park in Port Clinton. So we actually have several families and folks that drive to Port Clinton and spend the afternoon at that park. And speaking to folks that utilize that park, people are driving up to more than an hour away to utilize an all-inclusive play park. So I think that is exciting. You should see kind of site prep and construction of that begin at the end of June, and then the play park being constructed throughout the month of July, and kind of the opening of it beginning of August. And then I always like to give an amphitheater update. Been working with Rotary and a capital campaign. They've contracted with a media marketing group, and they've started meeting internally as far as raising funds. They are looking to launch June 1st, their capital campaign with rendering, 3D videos, and if you're familiar with what Kiwanis did, it'll look like that. There'll be a brochure, there'll be a website, there'll be a Facebook page and plan that once they have kind of put their campaign strategy and package together, I'm sure they will be here to council and discuss it with everybody. But the amphitheater discussions and the amphitheater committee is working well, and I think we're chugging away at this. But that is it for my list of updates for council. If anybody else has any other questions, I'd be more than happy to answer, but that's it, Madam President.
Thank you so much. John Elder?
Thank you, Madam President. I really have not much to say. I'd like to reiterate what Councilman Smith said, urging people to vote for the renewal levies. I didn't realize how many meals Jail Pack served to our seniors over the course of the year. I think that's a very necessary thing we need to do, is urge everyone to vote for it. The city treasurer would like to pass on her regrets for not attending. She and her siblings are out with their mother celebrating her 81st birthday. So happy birthday to her. And that's all, Madam President.
Thank you. Deniati?
Thank you, Madam President. First of all, Jim, sincerely, you have my sympathy to your family and you have my prayers. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Appreciate it.
A couple of things going on, and Mayor, you did send something out about the city yard sale, the citywide yard sale. That is, if I got it right, the 26th, 27th of June, correct, Saturday and Sunday. And I know that we're also going to be having one down at the corner of Lincoln and Burchard at the Dunlap property, where that garage sale, all the profits will go to the Burchard Neighborhood Historic Association. So we should have some neat and cool items. Also, fishing should be in full swing right now with the walleye. And then I think I would say about just after the 1st of May, the white bass should come. So we got a good month and a half of good fishing, which will bring some people into town. Finally, the garden down here at the cemetery on Wayne Street. We're looking at the dates of either Friday, May 14th in the afternoon, Saturday, the 15th, or Saturday, the 22nd. We always like to get it in before Memorial Day. And this year, if it works out right, we should have the Future Farmers of America of Clyde that need some service projects, and they'll be coming down to help. So during the next meeting, I'll give you the final date on that. We always do need help planting flowers and spreading mulch around. So I'll get a hold of Universal Farms. They're generally always good at getting us some mulch. And that's about it for now. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Chris Leibold.
Thank you, Madam President. Just a few things. The St. Joe auction is virtual this year, and I believe you can log in and bid this weekend. So check out the website and look at some cool items. I'm not a member of Kiwanis, but the Pancake Festival is next Wednesday. So get your pancakes. And lastly, I see Commissioner Miller is with us, and I just want to congratulate him on becoming a grandpa, and congratulations to his son-in-law, my classmate, Jeff Mavis, and his wife, Allie. So congrats, Scott. And that's it. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Scott Miller.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Allie, my daughter, and Jeff been married 3 years, and they had their first child. It's my wife and I. It's our first grandchild. And I have to tell you, little Nora, she's the cutest baby ever. Hopefully every grandparent will say that. Jim, I want to switch gears a little bit to Mr. Sleek. Condolences to your wife, Brenda, and you. Sorry to hear the loss. It's got to be tough. So I'm sorry that you have to go through that.
Thanks, Scott. But congratulations on your new addition.
She's a cutie. It never gets old holding a baby, by the way. And there's the renewals of our levies are important. That's not why I joined you tonight, but I want to make sure that everyone's aware of that. And wherever you can, have the conversation with those that vote and those that are questioning on voting to just go out and make their voice heard with a vote. Hopefully they vote in favor. These are important levies that support a very important segment, two segments within our society. And it's always good that the levies are there to support, but we should also take time in our personal lives to offer our assistance whenever needed. So I have to say, thank you.
Thank you. And congrats on that baby. There's nothing better than a grandchild, let me tell you. I have many, many, many.
That's a new one for us. And I'm 59. I'm like coming to the party a little bit late, but it's exciting.
Hey, you'll enjoy every minute of her, I bet. I can just guarantee it. Ken Frost.
Thank you, Madam President. I would just like to thank all of council for suspending Rule 4. I'm sure all of you are aware that the cost of construction is increasing rapidly, and it's getting harder and harder for us to find good pricing on these projects. So in the future, the projects that we have budgeted for, like this one, and when we bring them to you, I'm probably going to ask for Rule 4 on future project as well, just so we can get companies under contract for a decent price. And also one other thing, as Christina had mentioned, Councilperson Weiss, we also have several open positions in the city at the rec center, the pool, in our parks. For anybody looking for a part-time job over the summer, please apply online. We have a lot of open positions. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Sanchez.
Thank you, Madam President. I want to echo the statements of everyone else. These levies they're very important to our community, that we support the DD levy and also the senior citizen levy. And I also just want to give a shout out to my friend Sonny Workman, who's on tonight. Sonny has been a huge asset to our community, very positive. Always seeks out information, seeks out factual information, and does what he can do to help educate our community and keep a positive spin. So Sonny and I have worked together for the last several years on many different things. And Sonny, I just want to publicly say thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Is that it, Danny?
Yes, Madam President, thank you.
Okay. Jim Melly?
I just wanted to add my condolences to Mr. Sleek and his family. I'm so sorry you went through that. That's all I have. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Jim. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mr.
Paul
Miller.
Grau.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to draw some attention to Sonny. He's got his Fremont swag, but I'm going to draw, there you go. I'm going to draw some attention to that sweatshirt because I recognized designing that about 9-10 years ago. I think that might be a 2012 St. Joe track sweatshirt. Anyway, also with Commissioner Miller on, I just want to thank the county for inviting all of us elected officials up to the Bicentennial +1 event. Unfortunately, it's a little chilly, which we just can't control, but a very nice event, very nice speakers. And so thank you for inviting all of the elected officials and the picture for the time capsule and all that stuff.
Thank you. And on that note, if you don't mind, there's events throughout the whole year, so kind of keep tuned. There are events throughout the whole year. So happy birthday to our county.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then I also wanted to, it's really nice to see, I know a lot of people probably aren't seeing it with Rawson still being under construction, but on the Rawson and North Street, the black decorative traffic signal light bars are installed. And so they're starting to get those in, and we're going to have matching ones at State Street as well once that gets done. So the same decorative black that we did down at State and Front, we're trying to draw that up in some of the other areas to increase the beauty and aesthetics around town, especially in our entranceways. And along the same note, I'd like to thank the street department for assisting St. Joe's Parish and the school, primarily the parish, with the installation of the decorative street signs and stop signs and school crossing signs. The church, I believe, fronted the money to pay for the actual signs, just like they did with the Burchard Historical Society. And then our street crews pour the foundations and install them. And I believe another stop sign got put down at the other end of Clover, I think maybe. So those are just beautiful, just absolutely beautiful signs. And so I think maybe with Denny and Bob on, if people want to maybe in their neighborhood, get together and maybe pool a little bit of neighborhood money together and contact the city and or the Burchard Society. I'm sure we can arrange some of those to be put up all over town. The more we can kind of work together and beautify certain areas, and then all of a sudden we're connecting what we've done to what we want to do, and just those constant improvements, just really nice. So thank you.
Thank you. Sonny Workman.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. I just want to thank the mayor and all the city council members for a great job that everybody is doing. I know you don't hear it enough, but I thank you for your devotion and commitment to our community. And the streets department, they're doing an excellent job. The parks look amazing. And I just love the vision that we're doing. And everybody just keep up the great work.
Thank you. Bob, did you have a comment?
I was just going to respond to Paul. You're right. It was on my list of all the things and I forgot. The Burchard Historic Neighborhood Association is meeting with Mayor Sanchez next week. And we're going to put more information out to the public and just kind of summarize what's going on. This started off with a neighborhood initiative with 20 signs bought in 19, 20 signs bought last year. The association has already got a list started for, and I think they're up to 8 or 9 more street signs, and more people are being asked. So we're going to put more information out. You don't have to be a member of this neighborhood association. You don't even need to live in the neighborhood. Somebody over on Gibson Street may want to buy a street sign near their house to beautify their neighborhood. I'm sure mailmen would really like walking by and checking those street signs out. So it's a real beautification component to our city that it's kind of surprising because I think it's gaining momentum and more people are taking interest in it. And so it's weird how street signs can kind of put a smile on someone's face. So, but yeah, so be tuned for more information to come out next week.
The signs are so impressive. And of course, I drive that area every single day, and I love seeing the signs, and I'm always looking for a new one. So hopefully I can get one down on the end of my street because I think it would add beauty to our neighborhood as well. The other thing I wanted to mention was today on Facebook, I saw that Fremont Pride is having a festival on July 10th, and I haven't heard anybody on council speak of it. I know there's a Facebook page for Fremont Pride that you can go on. You can volunteer to help. You can be part of entertainment. You can be in a parade. You can sign up to have a food truck there. But I think it's going to be an exciting, fun time. And so I encourage and anybody on council and in the whole city to get involved. But you can go on on Facebook and just look up the Fremont Pride Facebook page, and you should be able to link on to volunteer or donate, whatever you can. Anybody else have any comments?
Madam President, just to piggyback off on that, just so City Council knows, yesterday, myself, Safety Service Director Frost, Cody Bischoff, and Chief Bliss had a conference call in reference to that event. And the city is, my administration is working with the group and to be able to provide some assistance to them and help them through the process. So I know Stevie was very excited yesterday. And there's a lot of community members that have really stepped up to want to be involved. So from my office, I will make an appearance there on that day. And it's another opportunity to show our community that we are inclusive and we want everyone to be a part of our community. So thank you for bringing that up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I would ask somebody to make a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
I second the motion.
Somebody else seconded before you, Angie, but I don't know who it was.
I
Chris.
didn't hear it.
Okay, Jim Sleek makes a motion to adjourn. Chris Leibel seconds. Roll call.
Elder,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Leibold,
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Sleek,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Addie.
Yes.
Adjourn. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Take care.